Well, kia ora te whānau and welcome here to Blockhouse Bay in Auckland. It is rugby league time. It is the NZRL National Men's Premiership fourth round for 2024. And we have the Akarana Falcons here up against the Bay of Plenty Lakers in this clash. Going to be a really interesting clash here at the home of the Bay Roskilde Vikings. Glenn Lama here. And we've got Blairy with us as well. Nice to have you along, Blairy.
Yeah, kia ora, Glenn. It's great to be here, brother. A beautiful day here in Auckland. A bit cold, a bit chilly, but rugby league's going to be the winner today for sure.
Absolutely, and hopefully not too wet. It looks pretty clear at the moment, so fingers crossed we'll get through this match unscathed. Right, well, let's have a look at some results in Week 4 so far. Big wins so far to the two unbeaten teams in the men's premiership, the Vulcans and the Stingrays. And in the women's, a big upset there yesterday with Wellington beating Auckland, the defending champions, and Counties Manukau continuing their strong form, beating Canterbury quite comfortably. So that loss those results yesterday in the men's premiership, the Vulcans and Counties Manukau, it's all locked in. The grand final coming up in 2 weeks. It is going to be between those two teams, Blairy.
Yeah, great teams. Both been playing some outstanding rugby league and can't wait to see that one. I think it's going to be a battle. There's some great players on show, some big middle forwards, and, it's a grand final. This is why they play the game.
Absolutely. So looking forward to that game. But there's still plenty more rugby league to be played between now and then. And here is this Bay of Plenty team who have been the big improvers through the season so far. Thumped in their first game against Counties, beaten but not by much against the Vulcans in round 2. And then they had a win over Otago last week. But there is a big loss today with Blake Ashford, the former NRL player for the Warriors. He's been playing lock in the last 2 games. He's not playing today. So let's see how Bay of Plenty cope without him. It's not going to be easy. A lot of pressure will now fall on the shoulders of number 11, Tony Metaltia, who has been in excellent form of late. Here's their coach, Jeremy Sulepa.
Well, Jeremy, first win in the Premiership last week. How was the celebration?
Yeah, it was good, bro. It was good to get a win. A bit of a messy one, but, at this level, a win's a win for us. So, yeah, it's been really good, and it sort of put some confidence in the boys.
And looking at this game, what's been the focus of the week?
Yeah, just competing in those small areas, bro. They're a big body team, and for us, we just sort of got to compete in all those little areas there to try and get us a result today.
And your players, they must be relishing playing up in this grade.
Yeah, it's been awesome for us boys playing against the best players in New Zealand. We've been sitting there watching them on TV for a few years, so to get the opportunity to rub shoulders with them this year, it's been awesome, bro. It's a mean experience.
Well, all the best today, man.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, Jeremy Sulepa, a real stalwart of Bay of Plenty Rugby League for some years now. Right, let's have a look at the Akarana Falcons team. We've got a few new players playing in this game. Teramate, number 3, and also Harrison Sutton, number 10, making their debuts today. Also, a couple of new players too on the interchange too. Hetone Talangi, number 19. So keep your eye out for him. But there's still plenty of experience there in the 4-pack in particular with Navajo Doyle, Sam Waterworth, Jeremiah Schuster, Brodie Tamaroa, all backing up from last week. And in the backs, Graham Talfer's there again, Fraser and Annandale, no change in the halves, and the coach, Phil Gordon.
Well, Phil, tough close match against Counties last week. Any injury concerns coming into this one?
We've had a couple of our front row boys not available for selection this week through various reasons, and we're bringing in a couple of more young boys that we've again gone into the depths of our Akarana franchises, and they put their hand up enthusiastically, so that's great great opportunity for these guys.
You're up against a Bay of Plenty team that'll be buzzing after their first win of the Premiership this year. What are you expecting from them?
They've demonstrated throughout the tournament so far that they are very capable of putting quality football together if given the opportunity. We've just sort of progressed and had some time this week to think about the type of game that we need to play against this group, what sort of points and where do we need to set, and just make sure that we sort of play as much as possible error-free football.
And how do you feel your team's gone through the competition so far?
Always 100% proud of the group that we have at Akarana. It's been a tough selection process for us this year. So we've just really tried to build and create opportunities for some of our younger guys to come through, experience representative football, understand what this level is all about, and hopefully for them progress that and they take that back to their clubs. And I guess it's about building the depth and quality within our clubs in the ARL and the Auckland comp, and also just showcasing some of the young talent that we have out in our comp.
Excellent, mate. Good luck for today.
Thanks. Cheers.
Yeah, Phil Gordon, frustrating last week against Counties, losing 36-32. Very close game. 17 degrees for the game here in Blockhouse Bay, and a wind not too strong. I don't know if it looks 18 k's out there at the moment, Blairy, but still pretty pleasant conditions, really.
Yeah, it's a great day for rugby. The field looks like it's in great condition. The boys will go out there and give it a good crack, that's for sure. I think, this will come close to, obviously, like we said earlier, it's not going to make any difference, the points, but they'll go out there and wear the jersey of pride and go after each other, that's for sure.
Exactly. Well, the other issue at play here, Bay of Plenty, if they can get something out of this game, might be able to stay up for next season's Premiership. Of course, Canterbury were relegated last year, haven't been playing in the Premiership this year. And for Akarana, of course, they'll want some, they want a good win behind them at the end of the 80 minutes. Anthony Elliott will be the referee for this game today. Worth mentioning too, this Bay of Plenty team still have a handful of players that won the national title with the Upper Central Stallions back in 2021. And that was a really good team that they fashioned together. Same coach too, Jeremy Siulepa. So good to see a good half a dozen of those players still hanging around. That tournament in 2021 won, of course, during COVID, when we're in all those lockdowns, and there were no Auckland teams, unfortunately, in that edition that year.
Long time ago, Glenn, the old COVID days, and it feels like it's just gone straight past their heads and we've moved forward, which has been great.
Fantastic.
But yes,
totally agree.
These teams, I've really enjoyed the Bay of Plenty team this year. Like you said earlier, their growth and where they've got to. It'd be nice if they can win this one, hopefully, and then stay in this competition for next year moving forward, because there've been some great learnings.
Yeah, well, they've scored over 60 points the last 2 weeks as Connor Hohepa gets the game underway for Bay of Plenty. So thank you for joining us here on Sky Sport for NZRL Premiership action for 2024. Akarana with the first possession. A few changes to this Akarana team, but there is a consistent player, Sam Waterworth, who's again playing in the second row, and straight away there's a penalty going against the Bay of Plenty Lakers. Might have been some high contact there on Waterworth.
Looked like he might have hit his head here. Or...
dangerous tackle there, maybe. Falling a little awkwardly.
That was a bit Nelson off Solomon, like that.
Are we going to go there straight off the bat? Jeepers.
Too early?
Well, of course, well, I will go there then. What about the loss for the Kiwis potentially here, Adam? Not good for the Pacific champs, eh?
They better fight at the Melbourne Storm.
Yeah. That's really imperative. Here's Sutton with his first touch for the Falcons. In a dummy half is Doyle. Now coming back is Graham Taufa. This is Lani Graham Taufa, the twin brother of Moalo, who's been playing in the Warriors New South Wales Cup team and the NRL side, Tamarua. This is good play and nice play from Baker. Good tackling, though, from Bay of Plenty. Akarana down to the 10, flicking the switch early here, the Falcons. Good to see. They're going to set it up again through Sofa. Akarana player last year too, Isaiah Sofa. Nice ruck speed for Doyle again. And that's Annandale. But again, Bay of Plenty's defence is good. Doyle, good support play from him. Fortunately, though, for the Falcons, they couldn't get to their kick. So a lost opportunity there for Falcons to at least try and get a repeat set there. So now they'll need good defence here against the Bay of Plenty team. As Tetavano plays that one on the 10-metre line. Here's a good carry from Tyre. We've seen him get over the try line twice so far in this campaign. Both tries scored against the Vulcans 2 weeks ago. Oh, it's a good shot there. And that was a nice shot from Harrison Sutton. He would have enjoyed feeling that one. Brown at dummy half. And now here comes Rewati Brown. A few of these players, of course, play out of Tokoroa, the Forestland Falcons. That was a good defensive set there from Akarana, really pinning the Bay of Plenty team inside their own half. Now, Galton coming forward here for Akarana. Good chase, though, by Bay of Plenty.
Yeah, great chase. Yeah, it was a great defensive set from the Vulcans. Pinned them down there, made them kick out of their own I think it was 30-metre line, and they catch it on the 40, so they're now in a great position here. But you can see the Bay of Plenty, they ain't going to go away today. They're going to keep turning up for each other. They're a tough team that don't stop working for each other, but they're going to have to be like this for the 80 minutes here, because this Falcons team won't go away either.
Yeah, the Falcons are really strong. Probably the results haven't gone their way as we see that play coming, and here's a big charge up the middle by Annandale. Nice spotting there of that, maybe that defensive line not drifting up quickly enough as Doyle plugs the short side again, and here's Fraser back on the inside to Waterworth, and there's the first try for the Akarana Falcons. It's another score for Sam Waterworth, the third week in a row that he scored a try. It is 4-0.
Yeah, great effort here, all on the back of the defensive set from the Akarana team. Great work here through the middle of on the edge there. Nice little show and go, and then the recipient of a nice line scored on support there from Sam Waterworth. Like you said, Glenn, he was involved in a lot of things last week, and he finds himself over the try line again, all on the back of a solid defensive set. And I think this is going to be the blueprint for the Akarana team today, is if they can kick to the corners. I think they've got the wind behind them. They can kick to the corners and nail that Bay of Plenty team and make them come off their own line. It's going to be a tough day at the office for the Bay of Plenty team. I don't think they'll be able to stay with them for the 80 minutes if this is the way they stay at it.
Yeah, Waterworth, a good player. As I said, tries against Waikato and counties in the last 2 weeks. Good players. Had another excellent season for the Hibiscus Coast Raiders in the Auckland Club competition. He was their Club Player of the Year. And we saw him for the first time playing NZRL Premiership last season for Akarana Falcons, and certainly doesn't look out of place. Good rangy back rower.
Well, when you're looking for, I guess, something that's got a point, or a player that's got a point of difference, especially in the back row position, Glenn, you're looking for someone that's got a bit of ranginess about them, that can offload the ball, that can run good lines, but also can defend well. Your typical back rowers now normally they can become ball players as well, so it's another link on the edge, and they're running block plays as well. So, you know, a great talent. I think if he keeps working hard, you just never know where it goes. Even though these guys may be a little bit older, you never know what opportunities are around the corner. But yeah, great work here from him. Look at this, nice, takes it to the ball, show and go. But the support, it's the awareness of staying alive and supporting up on your half, because if a half pokes their nose through, typically it's the fullback that's supporting it. But hey, in this case, the back row is right there. Sam Waterworth, what a great try that was. Yeah,
Waterworth just 24, so he still does have time on his side.
Plenty.
And he's equally adept at lock as well. He's just a very versatile and good player for the Falcons. So try unconverted there by Dion Fraser as Hohepa restarts play here for Bay of Plenty. And here come the Falcons again through Sofa. Again, good tackle there from Daniel Holmes, along with Troy Brown. Now here's Waterworth, the try scorer, running straight there at Narumu, who's on debut for Bay of Plenty today. So congratulations to him. Tamaru with those beautiful hands of his gives it to Sutton. Bay of Plenty's defence, other than that one little poke in the nose from Fraser, it's been pretty decent. Now Schuster, he's a handful too. Different type of back rower to Waterworth. Right on the halfway line, Doyle gives it to Tamarua. This time he just takes the carry, Brody Tamarua. Doyle looking for the kick now is Annandale. Bit of pressure here on Tetavano, but he's safely under it. And Bay of Plenty have the set 15 metres out. Another good solid set.
Yeah, perfect set off a kickoff. If you're a coach, you ask him to complete your next set. And that's what they do really well. Got down, rolled down the park, put a kick in, good kick chase, and then your first contact on the second carrier here. They'll get stuck into this Bay of Plenty team here. They have to be aware. They may want to just shift the ball a little bit and get away from those bigger bodies. But again, you have to earn the right to go forward, or earn the right to shift the ball as well.
Indeed, and somehow they've got to get Metaltia involved in the game as Junior Taya takes that carry. Fourth game in a row for him for Bay of Plenty this season. Now Holmes looking for a direct run up the middle. Good tackle, though, coming in from his opposite number, Tamarua. Bay of Plenty pinned inside their own half again. That kick there from Marunga. Double try scorer last week, and that kick might be overcooked a little, and it is. So it's back to the 20. Baker keen to get play started again.
A fair bit of wind behind him as well on their kick. I chucked up a big torpedo, and Jules Baker was keen to get back and get started, but the boys went onside, so you know, and unfortunately, it can't take off. And Bay of Plenty, 7-set tackle.
Yeah, absolutely. Here comes Graham Taufa. Seriously, you're almost looking at a carbon copy of Moala, aren't you? Even though they're twins, they even got the same running style, everything, right?
Exactly the same. Exactly the same. It's great to see his twin brother out there giving it a crack as well. You never know, like I said earlier, Glenn, you never know what happens from this.
There's a strip on halfway there. Holmes a little unlucky there. That was a strong carry coming in from Sione Langatau again. He's been excellent on the wing for the Falcons in this campaign. 2 in the tackle, always going to be a strip right on halfway there.
Yeah, tough one there. Again, Bay of Plenty can't afford to let the Falcons team get down the field so easy. But if you give them this opportunity, the better players, some of their leaders, some of the more experienced players will get there, like Brody, who will put them away into the sword.
Yeah, there he is, Tamarua, just off the ball here. It's already sizing up where there might be a few opportunities, and that is going to be a loose carry against Waterworth. Sloppy play the ball there by him. Maybe a little unlucky, one of those 50-50 calls. That Bay of Plenty player, Holmes it was, just their little, that was, mate, was I watching Adam Blair 5 years ago there?
That's definitely something that I would have done 5 years ago, for sure. You know, you can get away with those things sometimes if you try and disguise it. That wasn't, we could see that. The ref couldn't see it. He's behind them.
Exactly.
Nice little play.
Yeah, good stuff from Daniel Holmes. Played prop last week. There's Rick Collier, keen to get his boarding pass into the game. In the first 10 minutes, just the one try in the game so far, scored by Sam Waterworth for Akarana. Don't forget, after this game, we've got another match coming up for you in the Sky Sport Women's Premiership between Akarana and Waikato. I'm looking forward to your company for that game as well. There's Metaltia playing the ball. Here's Holmes again, who's been busy in these first 10 minutes. Harrison Sutton's made a very good start to the game, hasn't he? The number 10 for the Falcons. Couple of strong carries and good tackles too. Hohepa looking to bring Putoko into the line. The young fullback who was with the Titans earlier this year over on the Gold Coast. Whoops. And that's unfortunate for the Lakers. First error of the game has come from Narumu. And here comes Akarana looking to counter again. That's some fancy footwork from Galton. See what the Falcons can do with this play. Now Schuster. Hard man to tackle, isn't he, Jeremiah Schuster?
Yeah, it's the contact. They're looking for the collision. The Akarana team and the Bay of Plenty team are just falling off, as you can see here. 2, 3, we're holding on. It's a quick play of the ball, and some of this experience will take it away from them here. Watch Brody play some ball playing here.
Yeah, looking for Sutton on the inside, but Bay of Plenty wrap him up on the 10-metre line. Ruck speed's really good. Here goes Doyle from dummy half. Just short of the line. Bay of Plenty under the pump, and they can't hold out as Isaiah Sofa, the front rower, just charges over for Akarana's second try. Just too much of a roll on there from the Falcons, 8-0.
Too big, too fast. Tamarua, good play of the ball, push, has support inside, outside. Doyle takes a nice scoot, and look at the space just around where he finds himself. He's not even running onto this ball too hard, and the opportunity just to put him through some space with the knowledge of Brody Tamarua. Plays nice and short to Isaiah Sofa, and a nice, easy middle try as a front rower. You're cheering for those ones. You're always asking for the ball, Glenn, when you're that close for your front row. You don't get too many tries, but I've seen a lot of front rows in this competition, this tournament, score a lot of points around the ruck just like that. Real simple.
Patrick Sipley comes to mind immediately, and of course those counties props at the moment. But Sofa, he's a big man, hard to stop, and a key player in the Richmond the team this season, which of course won the Fox Memorial Championship.
Yeah, but a mix of Point Chev and Richmond in this team, mate. Good close mates. I watched that semi-final and they were going after each other, and it's quite funny how everyone knows everyone. Auckland is real small.
Yeah.
But they end up being in the team. They end up being teammates together in this competition. But again, Doyle on the quick play of the balls and the momentum. Like I said earlier, they're looking for the contact, the Akarana team, and just Brody, nice and short, smart play here from him to play short to Sofa.
Yeah, Sofa, good try. So 10-0, try converted by Tamarua. So Dion Fraser's been given the axe. after just one kick. Tamarua taking over that goal kick. So Hohepa again for Bay of Plenty. Oh, where's Waterworth going backwards, but Galton picking up the loose ball here for the Falcons. Good tackling again by Bay of Plenty. Just haven't defended their line probably as well as they have defended in other parts of the field, Bleary, so far.
Given away too many leg ups to the Akarana team by giving away penalties and allowing them to play down there. But if they can compress their line, obviously they've got to get up here, but here they go now.
Oh, here's Graham Taufa looking to gas them. Oh, just getting a piece of him was Tetavano. That contact needed to be made, otherwise it could have been an exciting and scintillating breakout by the Falcons. Now Schuster, Tamarua back in the midfield. Right on the halfway line now. Again, the ball is good. Linking play goes okay. That time from Waterworth. Short ball is good. Teramete and Colton. Drops a frustration there for the Falcons winger.
I was going to say, Glenn, the old bounce pass normally catches people out all the time because you expect the ball to go to hand, but then a nice little short line there. Teramete, and then Colton drops the ball over. Pretty much, there should have been a try there for sure, Glenn.
Yeah, frustrating there for Galton. Been in good form all through the season. Former Glenora Bears winger who's moved to Richmond this season. So Bay of Plenty get a chance, but again, Bleary, they're not getting possession in the right part of the field for themselves, are they?
Well, they're not going to be able to come off the line here or half up against this Akarana team. Defensively, you can see how strong they are in the contact, and on the flip side, when Akarana run the ball, they're bouncing off three, and that could be a mistake as well.
Tyre just losing the ball. Graham Taufa, excellent defence there from Lani Graham Taufa. Pushed it to the limit there, almost gave away a penalty. I reckon if it hung on for half a second longer on Tyre, that would have been a penalty to Bay of Plenty.
Yeah, definitely sometimes you can get away with holding them down a little bit long, and a lot of these players are fighting to play the ball, which is great. But in this instance here, you just, the first and foremost thought should be just to protect their ball and get up and play the ball. They're under the pump here. He's laying on them, just not even moving. You could give that away, hands all on the ball, but just there, you know, just there, just play the ball.
It's a heartbreaker, isn't it, for Bay of Plenty? Now they've got to defend it. Let's see what Fraser can do here. Here's Baker into the line. Jules Baker, elusive runner. Taken there by Collier. But again, the play the ball speed is very good. Here's Sofa hunting a second try. He's taken just a few metres out. Doyle plugging the short side are the Falcons. Annandale. Coming back is Graham Taufa. Two metres out. Doyle at first receiver this time. Tamarua. This is nice. Fraser. Baker's in. They got an overlap, but Taramete couldn't get the ball. And in fact, referee Elliott reckons there's some obstruction there. So it's going to be a penalty for the Lakers.
I think you caught it, Glenn, if they could just get the ball to the edges. I think the previous play running from left to right, I think they had their centre sitting on the far post. So there's some space outside. If they can get their ball to the space and get their timing right, there'll be half a chance of getting over for some more points. But credit to the Bay of Plenty boys. They keep turning up. This is nice shape here. Nice long pass. You can see the space outside the post. There's 4 on 3. 4 on 5, I think it was. So 3 on 5, one of them. And they just didn't execute the play.
Yeah, that's Sam Waterworth actually running into that Bay of Plenty player. If he'd run through the line there, he probably would have got away with it.
Yeah, definitely.
So here's Bay of Plenty now in Akarana's territory after a really good touch finder. Matotia, he's a hard man to tackle. Got good experience in Australia too. It's Matotia. There's Holmes in the nice little show and go. Troy Brown at dummy half. Now Hohepa. Nice short ball that time. That's a good tackle from Fraser on Liavai. Now Hohepa keeping it on the short side again. He'll be very familiar to many of these Richmond players playing in the Akarana team, being a former Richmond player himself. Hey, that's a good kick and chase. Nicely fielded there by Jules Baker. That was good play from Morunga with that little grubber kick.
Yeah, nice little play there. Well, you're going to have to try and change things up a fair bit. This Bay of Plenty, they've got to play some football in the right field position. But that was a nice little grubber kick. Good chase by himself, and Jules Baker was just in the right position at the right time to be able to collect that one. But if there's an opportunity like that, I think play what you see.
Graham Taufa driven backwards. Still there on his 20-metre line. Now Galton. Oh, almost going in there for a kamikaze tackle. It was one of those Bay of Plenty players. Doyle has a little dab from dummy half this time. Last play now for the Falcons. Just inside their own half still. Annandale with the kick. Let's split those two defenders, but that's good catch there from Tyre. And Junior Tyre with this ball for Bay of Plenty. Halfway through the first half. 2 tries to 0. And here's a penalty for the Lakers with some offside play.
Yeah, great. I was going to say, Glenn, great defensive set earlier there and making them have to kick it out from inside their half or inside their 40, catch the ball on a full, brings it back, and then the Akarana team give away a penalty. They're in a great field position if they get this ball out and play their shape and see what they can do, this Bay of Plenty side.
Yeah, 2 tries to 0 it is. Tries to Waterworth and Sofa so far for the Falcons. Hope you're enjoying this round 4 NZRL National Men's Premiership clash here between these two teams here on Sky Sport. Let's see what Collier can do. Now, this is a big chance for Bay of Plenty to get back into this game. I need to take this opportunity here. Narrow this gap. Now, Holmes. This is Moronga. Moronga, nice little dummy. Good tackle. Coming in, though, from Annandale is opposite. Now, here's Matotia. Good little pass there. Here's a chance. And a try for the Lakers. Scored by Rewati Brown. All set up by Tony Metaltia.
Great set from the tap, I think, for the Bay of Plenty boys. Got themselves into the great position. Metaltia with the footwork here. A little left foot step into space and the support to push up around him. Just to have that awareness on where he is for Rewati Brown. A nice reward for the efforts that they've put in on their defensive set before they got managed to kick it out and get them in this position now. So Bay of Plenty, I said that they will hang around for the 80 minutes. If they can get some opportunities inside the half and play some football just like that, they're a chance of scoring points. And that was a great set, great play, great short ball, great support, and worth getting the points there.
Yeah, 100%. Good on them too, Matotia, setting it up for Rewati Brown. This is his first start this season. 3 games, previous 3 games he's been on the interchange. Now here is Putoko with the conversion attempt. "19 years of age. A couple of games for Ipswich this year in the Mel Meninga Cup too.
Wow.
For Putoko, but he's back here. Ex-Hamilton Boys High School student. Putoko been a good goal kicker for them, but unfortunately hasn't judged the win there. So 10 points to 4 is the score. Nice finish.
Look at his feet. Oh, he's a big boy too. Look at those legs on him, Glenn. Those are some solid legs, and he's got some experience. He's been a good player for the Bay of Plenty in this competition, and just the awareness to support someone like that is great, and gives those opportunities for middle forwards to push around, which they should be doing anyway. That's their job, is just to keep pushing up around the ball, and someone like Metaltia can put people into space just like he just did, and
exactly.
There's the points.
Yeah, Metaltia's got a key player for Bay of Plenty with Blake Asian not playing today. Really got to get involved as much as possible. He's playing left back row today as we see the Lakers looking to lift after that try. Collier with the first hit up for the Lakers. Yeah, here is Brown, the try scorer. Oh, gee, that was solid contact on Dylan Shortland. He's going to need a Panadol after this game, after that hit.
Big Sofa come flying out of the line, just lined him up.
Brown at tummy half, Troy Brown. Now here is Moronga again. He's been good for Bay of Plenty this season.
I think someone in the background got hit about 3 minutes after he's gone past them.
Exactly. Hohepa with that kick. He was hurried just a touch, wasn't he? It's Baker fields it now for the Falcons. Good return of the football by Jules Baker. Played for Point Chev this season. Now here's Tiramate, busting through is the setter. Fantastic run. Oh, and he loses the ball. As it turns out, that last contact on Tiramate was spot on.
Well, there had to be. I've been saying it the whole time. They go looking for the contact. They don't try and step and run around you. So this Akarana team, look at there, 1, 2, 3's chasing them, and the fourth man comes over the top, 4, and the fifth man goes whack, tries to throw everything in it and hits the ball at the same time. But yeah, they're doing a good job, Akarana. But these little things, if they can get them in the right position, they'll blow this Bay of Plenty team off the park. But you keep them in the game, you give them this possession, they'll play some football on you.
Good on Junior Tyre there. He's just kind of lurking out the back there and went boom far. It's all about timing, isn't it? Well, let's see what the Lakers can do here. Totia into dummy half this time. Off that run from Liavai. Now here's Tetavano. Later offload. Ooh, making a nuisance of himself there, Papani, who's got the ball. Great work from Lonnie Papani. And now here comes Schuster. Now Graham Talfa fancies his chances here. 10 metres out. What great play from Papani to set up this opportunity for the Falcons. And now here comes Vivesi, who's also come into the game now off the interchange for the second week in a row. Papani. Now Tamarua, and they're sort for the same players before, but this time he's a metre short. Papani. Nice play from Fraser. Can't quite link up, and there's Galton with the knock on. Wow, there's a few Lakers fans over the far side of the field there, Blairy.
They're cheering on that last drop ball out wide. But if they can just, I think it's just this execution on some of these plays, Glenn, is they know where the space is, they can see the opportunities, but they're not executing that last pass. A lot of their passes, when they've been in the good ball area, has hit the ground, and either they've picked it up on the bounce and not been able to finish it, or they've knocked the ball on. So they're creating the opportunities, they're giving themselves the opportunities, but not being able to be effective in finishing off what they can get.
And that's why the score's 10 points to 4. 15 minutes to play in the first half. Tamarua, good tackle there, again on Tyre. Akarana, gobbling up another player. So good impact by Papani, and Vivesi already off the interchange as Holmes switches it back on the inside for Collier. It's again a good defensive set from the Falcons, keeping Bay of Plenty pinned well inside their own half. Hohepa with that kick. That's a good kick though. That's a great kick from Hohepa. Is that a 40-20?
Definitely.
What a beauty there from Connor Hohepa.
I know, play the ball.
Now it is just, maybe he was just outside the 40. Well, splendid kick anyway from Hohepa.
He must have been just outside his 40 when he kicked the ball, because they're playing it on the 20-metre line. So if that was a 40-20, you handing the ball over right there. So he must have been just outside his 40-20. But like you said, Glenn, great kick, great vision to even attempt it and go after it. They got the wind. So every time they get those opportunities, that may be the way that they bring themselves into the game and to create more territory for them to be able to play their shape. Because, again, here they come now. They're working hard defensively.
Holmes with that tackle. Now Papani, he's been a real energy box for the Falcons in this campaign so far this season. Now here's Langatau again. Try against Waikato and a try against County, so 2 tries for him so far this season. Here's Tamarua in midfield again. Well wrapped up by Dylan Shortland. Good post-contact meters there from Tamarua though. He's a big lad. Annandale with the kick on the last play. It's a pretty good kick too, Tetavano. That was a gutsy take from him with Schuster and also Big Langatau hunting him down. Liavai playing the ball. The Bay of Plenty just struggling a little bit to get some momentum into these hit-ups. Now Tyre plays that one. Now here comes Narumu. wearing the #1 jumper in this game.
Oh. Some big contact there, Glenn.
And Collier had a smile on his face there, Perry. He loved it. Did the big prop. There's Hoepa's kicking. This time he's definitely inside the 20, utilising that wind really well. But Baker's back in excellent position there, Jules Baker. Of course, you know well. I think you had him in your SG Ball squad a couple of years ago, didn't you?
He was in the 2023 SG Ball squad, and he worked really hard, and then he jumped into the Fox this year, obviously with Point Chev, and he's a great kid. There's definitely opportunities, Glenn, in the pathways, and this is the great thing about the Warriors now, and there hasn't been these opportunities in the past, or when it was, there was only a couple of teams for these kids. Now the pathways are there, the opportunity becomes more and plentiful for our kids. They don't have to actually leave. The best kids, will, if they want to stay, here we go. Glenn.
Here's Papani. Oh, good tackle. Narumu got him, but the ruck speed is fast. Tamarua now inside the 10. Tamarua. Nice play from Brody Tamarua. Third try for the Falcons. All off that break from Lonnie Papani, who's been fantastic.
Look at him go. He's come on, and you said it, Glenn. He's brought energy every time he's come on the field for the Akarana team. He's brought energy, and then Brody Tamarua points at the fullback here, tells him you're offside, and pretty much just jogs over there. Doesn't have that much toe as he used to have, but the knowledge and the skill that he has as a big middle forward, man, he can play some football, this guy.
Yeah, Tamarua, of course, was a key man. Speaking of pathways, he was the captain of the Jersey Flag team for the Warriors back in 2019. And you mentioned that, Jules Baker, and you're right. And, of course, this is a key part of the year, too, for the Warriors and the New Zealand Rugby League. The youth tournaments are coming up, both boys and girls, and the rep games coming up. They're all coming up shortly, Blairy.
Well, it's definitely the opportunities becomes more. The more football you can play this time of the year, and I know there's a lot of tournaments on now. There's a lot of tournaments out, but people are watching. Scouts are out there. If it's not the Warriors, which I hope it is, because these are our kids, there's other teams watching as well. They have scouts on the ground. Everyone in the NRL are watching all these things. They're streamed live.
Yep.
So everyone can tune in and watch all the stuff, no matter where you are in the world. So our players, our kids, our older players are getting noticed. Like New South Wales Cup is there. Some of these guys may be eligible to play in that space as well. So you always got to put your best foot forward when you're playing in any game, because you don't know who's watching. So, yep, some great talent.
Well, Brody Tamarua is certainly
definitely
one in that space, being 24 now, where he could easily, if he gets motivated and wants it, could easily be playing New South Wales Cup. Now, he's missed that conversion, so score's going to stay 14 points to 4, 9 to play until half-time.
Well, I think Brody's been around for a long time, and I feel like he's not even 24. I feel like he's played so much football. I know that he played for the Cook Islands in the international sevens and was a big standout in that space as well, and he's got some great skill. I know he's played New South Wales Cup before as well,
Yep.
And like you said, Glenn, if he wants to play New South Wales Cup, he wants to give himself opportunity, he will do whatever it takes. If you're happy just to stay in the Fox, that's where most people will stay if you're happy. But if you want to challenge yourself, the opportunity's there.
Absolutely. 14 to 4, 9 to play. So 3 tries to 1. Bay Plenty continue to work away pretty hard on defence as Talangi with his first carry. Now here is Teramatu, made that big break about 5 minutes ago before losing it. Now Little is coming on for Bay Plenty in a moment. The number 14. Now Waterworth, who got that first try for Akarana early in the first half. Tamarua. Matotia, first initial contact made by him. Now here's Akarana rolling forward again. Now Vivesi. Papani at dummy half. And there's Fraser's kick. Looking to put Junior Tyre under a bit of pressure. Oh, beautifully taken by Tyre. Oh, good support play. Here's a big chance for Bay of Plenty. This is Putoko, who's tackled. Now he needs to get to his feet quickly and play it. He's done really well there. What can Bay of Plenty do here with this play? Clark gives it out to Liavai. But Akarana are back in numbers.
They're in a position here, the Bay of Plenty. They can get it to the stroke players right now. They'll give themselves a chance. Here they go. Stand over the top of them. Here we go.
And it's a penalty. And Graham Taufa just overcooking it a touch there to the referees, not liking, rather. As Elliott blows a penalty for Bay of Plenty. In a way, it's not a bad penalty to give up there. It gives Akarana time to get their defensive line set, doesn't it?
I was going to say the same thing, Glenn, and maybe a plan to just get in there and just give that away and get a bit of a break here.
Well, let's see what the Lakers can do as Hartley plays the ball at dummy half. Clark, the ball playing back rower. Hohepa links up here with Putoko. Again, good ruck speed, and there's another penalty being given. Akarana are actually playing for a wrong play the ball there and are hoping they were going to get a scrum. Well, let's see what Collier can do now for the Lakers. Hartley at dummy half again. Hohepa. That's Little. But Plenty looking a little clunky as they shifted out here to Liavai. He's another that's been played in Australia, but unfortunately he's lost it, and that's a shame for Bay of Plenty, Blairy.
Yeah, I think they're just a little bit unorganised in that set there. They're trying to go side to side a lot more. They've got to create that momentum first and then be able to play their shape at this Bay of Plenty. They have got strike players through their field. They can score points. We've seen that. But if you just go through the hands, or you just run and take it one out, this Akarana team will just eat that all up.
And this is where Bay of Plenty have got to make sure that they stay on song here. They do not want to concede another try before the end of this first half. Tamarua, good hands. Annandale decides to keep the ball. And I think a player might have been taken without the ball on that occasion, so it's going to be a penalty, or in fact a shoulder charge has been ruled by referee Elliott. Some more defence coming up here for Bay of Plenty. So setting it up in midfield off the first hit up is Vivesi. Papani, Tamarua, now Talangi. Papani again, now Tamarua, nice and flat. Here's Brody Tamarua, and here's another try coming up for the Falcons, and over goes Vivesi to score his first try in an Akarana jumper. It's a big score there for the home team just before half-time. It's 18-4.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed here. The Bay of Plenty boys, especially their middle forwards there. I think they've been working really hard. Some of those guys have just come on, just didn't even get their shoulders into the contact. It was all arm grabbing. And Brody's having a bit of a field day, just with his support around him. He's a smart footballer. We know that. He's played a lot of games, but running with the ball in two hands, having the option to play in Vivesi, who obviously pushes up with him, gets a nice, easy try. Brody, unselfishly, could have done it and gone himself, but passes the ball and gives it to the man to score a try.
Yeah, lovely score there for Akarana. Just gives him a little bit of breathing space just before half-time. Telling the bench from Akarana has been excellent, hasn't it? Papani, Vivesi, Talangi, they've all been very good since coming on, particularly Papani. Hooker of the Year in the Fox Memorial competition this year for Glenora. Glenora had a tough season this year, again. But Lonnie Papani, certainly a shining light for the Bears this season.
Or anyone that's nippy and fast around the middle of the ruck, especially in the hooker position, like that's where the game's going, Glenn. It's momentum, it's fast, it's quick play the balls, and little guys like Papani, who's just kicked that conversion, can benefit a lot from bigger forwards creating momentum, and then on the back of that just stucking out from dummy half, or even just supporting around the middle of the park. But nice play here. Brody gets through a soft tackle and a nice little tip-on pass to there to score that try.
Yeah, nice work from Akarana. 20 points to 4. Jeremy Sulepa, the coach for the Lakers, just be disappointed that last try was scored. Very important to keep your focus right up until the end of the first half. 14-4 looks so much better than 20-4, doesn't it? As we see Vivesi, the try scorer for the Falcons. Schuster. Good tackle from Tony Matotia on Jeremiah Schuster. Papani again. Here's Graham Taufa. Look out. Langatau. Oh, they did a number on him. Good job there from Bay of Plenty.
Yeah, great job. Yeah, it's not far till half time, but the Bay of Plenty just turned up for each other there. I think they could have just come back in here. He tried to use his strength and his power. He tried to get that ball away, but the commitment from the Bay of Plenty boys to just get stuck in 3 into their tackle there and take him out. There's still some fight in this Bay of Plenty team. It's just before half time here.
Let's see what Dylan Clark can do here. Collier. Good defence again. Excellent tackle from Talangi and Tamarua. Tamarua's been certainly a standout in this first half. Just a little fumble at the play the ball again from the Lakers. Now, it must have been just a smidgen one. Navajo Doyle looks on. David Barner in the coaching system for Akarana now.
It's great. Players that have played the game, that knows the players inside and out, that are still wanting to support and still learn and grow, being involved in this space. It's great to see, you know, former players around just trying to support the great game of rugby league, but also some of these players that they would have played alongside. Here's a nice little offload here. Yeah,
Schuster did really well there. Good support from Graham Taufa. Really super important by Plenty. Hold out Akarana here. Here's Langatau in space. Hard man to tackle. Still 20 out, the Falcons. Tamarua looking for space up the middle again. Good support play, Talangi. Still time for Akarana here for one more try in the first half. Papani. Held up just short. Tamarua. Nice short ball. Jeremiah Schuster is through to score the try. Lovely pass from Annandale to set up his Richmond teammate. And there's another score. Back-to-back tries for Akarana right before halftime.
Yeah, right on cue of the halftime, and just running a nice little line. Brody Tamarua, who we've spoken about, and you said had an awesome first half, and his ball playing ability and his numbers around him, being able to have support and having the ball in 2 hands, knowing that he's close to the line, he doesn't have to actually go forward and engage the line because they're coming at him. Ball plays out the back to his half, and Jeremiah Schuster, who's played a lot of rugby league this year. I think he may even got a start in the New South Wales Club Cup team as well this year.
Yeah, one game.
So it's great to see guys making the most of the opportunities, and this is a reward for his tough effort with his carries in the first half for sure.
Yeah, he's been a star in the Fox Memorial last couple of seasons for Richmond, has Jeremiah Schuster. And yes, one game for the Warriors New South Wales Cup team this year against the Bears. Now Papani to seal a very impressive finish to the first half here for Akarana. And he's, well, not going to miss that one from in front. So there's 2 goals for Papani since coming into the game. What an excellent performance from him. And there is the halftime score, and Akarana now making no race of it against Bay of Plenty, 26 points to 4.
Slow back so they can have a rest on that next carry. Or we're trying to sit on short sides when it's a 6-4 split, and then we get the call and then it's a late shift, and that's why there's so many holes in our middle when we get on our line. People are taking shortcuts, and it's making Troy and him, because he's stuck in the middle the whole time, making him do tackles on tackles on tackles, and then like Dan said, when we get an attack, we're all fucked. So it's just taking too many fucking shortcuts. Don't look after yourself, bro. You're going to get a rest. Look after the bro next to you. 100% but that's what it is. Our errors, that they didn't back in.
I said, looking up to their pool for us, but defensively, we're not getting in front. The Dan just making them all tired. I think, hey, we still got to get in front of them. Okay? And that's just our attitude. It's just like we were just like saying, we're trying to look for an easy way out of it. From our bench, I haven't got no impact from it. All of these got on, and there's been no impact from it. Alright? We need a lift for this. We need a lift to another level. Alright? But we're too casual. Alright? And it started from our warm-up. We need to fucking put our finger out our ass this next half. Okay? When we get down there, and we're looking for a try, boys. Like we're trying to throw everything. Just take the fucking head up the middle, get a repeat set and make them take it. That's fucking we're down there, but then we let them off. Hey, brothers. Okay? If we can just go back to that, get a kick in, put a bit of pressure in, get another repeat set. Fuck, we're just throwing the ball around, looking for who have a run. And I'm going, no, I don't want to run, you have a run. Hey, brothers, like fucking, you got that balls there, though. That's what it is, go. Fucking might only be winning one tackle out of that.
Yeah, half-time here at Blockhouse Bay in this NZRL Men's Premiership match, round 4 for 2024. It's the Akarana Falcons up 26 points to 4 against the Bay of Plenty Lakers. And the Falcons have scored 5 tries in the first half and look pretty slick, haven't they, Bleary? They've been... you know, they got a bit of an initial test early, but they ended that first half particularly strongly.
Yeah, and that's what it looked like. And we just go through some tries here and just some nice ball playing and some push here for the first try for Waterworth. Just supporting around the middle of the park. Look at that dummy, go yourself, sitting in between, support back up through the middle. Waterworth is a recipient of the first try for the Falcons.
Well, the try assists have been very good in this game, haven't they? That one there from Fraser. And now here goes Doyle, getting close. You see Tamarua, though, he's had an excellent game, hasn't he? Setting this one up for Sofa.
Just smart play here, you know. The half was looking at the back, and Tamarua was always going to play short to Sofa, that close to the line. Some bigger bodies, at smaller defenders there, and plays a nice little short ball, and a great try goes in for their second try. Sofa, he's been strong too. Come out of the line, try to make a difference as well. And here we go. Nice footwork here. We spoke about him earlier, how good he's been over the last few weeks for this Bay of Plenty team, and he puts a nice little left foot in there, bounces over, and gets their first try for the day. I thought they've been competing. They've been competing for the middle of the park. They're trying real hard.
Yeah, that try scored by Rewiti Brown for Bay of Plenty, and then Papandi, who was influential when coming into the game midway through the first half. Nice dab there by the replacement hooker, and Tamarua seized on that opportunity, went over himself and scored a very good try.
Well, you got to get your body in front of the big fella. Look at him, he points out the fullback, you're offside. Dummies, goes himself and just reaches out. He's been, again, influential in what they've done for the first half, and they go into the next try here. This is nice little play here, push support. Nice little try there from Vavesi, who's supporting around like all middle forwards or even halves, and 9 should be doing anyway. And Brody's got a ball on the string at the moment, and he finishes off here just before half-time. Nice little play. Doesn't take it to the line because he knows they're coming off the line. And Jeremiah Schuster, who's been solid in attack for the Falcons in the first half, and a reward for his efforts straight through the hole and poor defence from the Bay of Plenty boys.
Yeah, Schuster taking full advantage of that. That try was converted as well. A couple of goals to Papani, 1 to Tamarua. So 26 points to 4 is the score. Second half coming up shortly.
Okay then.
Well, welcome back here to Blockhouse Bay. Here, the home of the Bay Roskill Vikings. Got to give them another plug as we start the second half. Here is the Falcons from Akarana, and Bay of Plenty gets set for the second 40 minutes in this round 4 clash of the NZRL Premiership for 2024. 26 points to 4. Akarana in front. And Brodie Tamarua gets the second half underway. Influential figure in the first half. And if he has the output in the second half, it's going to be very similar output. He's going to have it's going to be very tough for Bay of Plenty to find a way back into this contest for sure. Matotio set up that first try for Rewati Brown. Now here's Clark. Dylan Clark. Good ruck speed for Bay of Plenty this time. Got a bit more of a roll on. See if that can continue right the way through the second half as we see a good hit up from Shortland. It's always good to see that first set get over the halfway line, as Bay of Plenty have done there, now Marunga. And unfortunately, well, it doesn't go out on the full, but maybe not going in the direction he would have particularly hoped for.
They're always nice, Glenn, to start your set off and get over the 52. You can put an attacking kick, and although that wasn't the best kick and the best finish to the set, it didn't go out on a full, so they give themselves an opportunity here. But again, they're going to have to defend really well and try and stop this Falcons team from getting any opportunities. And there it is there.
Oh, and it's picked up straight away by the Lakers. So they're going to capitalise, or have a chance to capitalise on that mistake from Graham Telfer immediately through Connor Hohepa. Now Collier winds up. Oh, great tackle from Schuster. He turned Collier into a mannequin right there. Here's Hohepa. Good play from Bay of Plenty. They've got an overlap here, perhaps. Oh, that's a good try. Very good try scored there by Kailas Putoko. Really good start to the second half by the Lakers.
Great try from the Bay of Plenty Lakers here, and you know, we just wrapped up the big contact of Jeremiah Schuster, but he got up, he played the ball, and this is nice shape. Drop, lead, no obstruction, and just created the numbers and just backed themselves in the corner here. And a great finish, Putoko, to score that try. He had a little bit of work to do. They did create the numbers because he was running at speed, and on the outside side of his centre, they were always going to be under threat, going backwards on the line rather than coming forward. And a great start to the second half for the Bay of Plenty players in the team. Great set, obviously not the best kick, but they get the ball back on a mistake from the Falcons boys, and then they put a set on, score in the corner there for Putoko, and gives them an opportunity to try and shoot this one from out wide in these conditions.
Man, that was a mean try. That was fantastic.
Well, it was NRL-like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're running the perfect shape. No deep, no one. Everyone was running the right lines. No one took anyone out. There was no shepherds. There was no obstructions. And just the centre hitting the ball at speed into the right place at the right time. And well-executed play, well-executed try. And, yep, Putoko was the recipient of a nice run play.
Well, let's see if he can convert his own try here, as well as Bay of Plenty need every point they can get at the moment to narrow this gap. Oh, he's nailed it. Great kick there from Putoko. 26 points to 10. Oh, that was an excellent play all round from Bay of Plenty. Hohepa set it up. The timing of the passing was spot on. And Narumu with that little pass to create the hole there for Putoko. Beautifully executed. So well done there to the Lakers. Oh, the kick has been expertly done there by Bay Plenty, or by Akarana as well. So Bay Plenty not taking care of that kickoff.
I reckon you can nearly get away with. I think that the dead ball line to the fence, there's measurably half a metre there. You might be able to stand back there, and the touchy might not be able to see where you're standing because he's not even right down there. So if you stand back a little bit further, you might get away with something over there. But unfortunately, on the back of points, they let the ball bounce and it goes everywhere and anywhere.
Well, maybe that's some local knowledge coming in here from the Akarana boys, eh? With that fence at the back of the in goal. Well, now Bay of Plenty need to make sure their defence is up to scratch, just like we saw their attack was. They do not want to concede a try straight off the back of scoring one themselves. As Papani waits at dummy half. Tamarua at first receiver again. Now Talangi. Talangi gets the Big's legs pumping. 10 metres out. Papani again. And a penalty. In fact, Talangi's just been asked to play the ball once more. Now Tamarua. Good tackle from Hartley this time for Bay of Plenty. Papani, nice body movement there again. And Baker might have to surrender that play with Graham Taffa running a line in front of him, which is pretty much what he did there, Jules Baker. Annandale into the gap goes Tamarua looking for that offload. He's lost it, Brody Tamarua. Picked up by Tempara Narumu. In fact, they are going to play the first infringement. So it's going to be a scrum for Bay of Plenty.
Yeah, I think that was the last, Glenn. I think they tried to, I don't know if they were all pushing up to try and get a little grubber through, and he plays short to Tamarua. Tamarua looks to try and offload the ball. Now they've said it's a play the ball. It's the last tackle. He's just realised it. It's not a scrum. It's not a double knock on. It's just to play the ball here. And Bay of Plenty, they've done well to hold him out. I didn't think that was the most organised set from the Falcons, but Bay of Plenty here, give them a chance now to try and get down the opposite end of the field and put some pressure on this Akarana team.
Well, let's see what they can do. Akarana's defence has been pretty solid in the game so far, particularly this part of the field. Dylan Clark looks to hit it up here for the Lakers. Papani, and they're making a tackle too this time. And it's going to be a penalty against the Falcons. Bit of high contact there. Referee Anthony Elliott ruling.
Yeah, Anthony Elliott, he's got a bit of awareness around these high shots. I've seen a few of them today, and over this tournament I've seen a few more being let go. So it's great to see the refereeing being consistent from him today. They know that you can't hit anyone high. The contact's got to be away from the head. But now the Bay of Plenty boys get to play some football.
Well, that was a good touch finder too from Hohepa as well, wasn't it?
Nearly done the splits there.
Exactly. Colley's a very agile man, though. He's okay. Here's a good run by Shortland.
Yep.
Teramate makes the tackle. Nice wide pass there from dummy half. Might open something up on this left-hand side. Moronga. Here comes Liavai. Looking to take those defenders on, the experienced centre. Couple of years on the Sunshine Coast and the Norths Devils too in the Queensland Cup for Liavai. Now Clark.
Run that same shape, I reckon, Glenn.
Yeah, absolutely. Here they go. Let's see if they can execute it again. No, Hohepa goes for the kick this time. The bounce is pretty good for Jules Baker. The chase not too bad, though, from the Lakers.
Yeah, if the Lakers can get stuck into him here and try and cause another error here out of the Falcons boys, they might give themselves a chance. I think they look sharp when they're in those positions when they can play some football, but they're just going to have to get stuck in here.
Te Ramate playing that ball now. Sam Waterworth hasn't been overly involved since that try. The rangy back rower. Oh, forward pass there. No, not given, not ruled as Langatau busts through a couple more tackles. He's lost it. Sione Langatau. Now Bay Plenty lost it. Bit messy all round there. Someone didn't tie up their shoelaces this morning.
Oh, gee, I think here, Glenn, we were saying that's a forward pass. The touchies didn't see it. But then he just gets away here, and then as he comes in, hits the arm, loses the ball falls on the ground. There's a bit of pinball. I've got it, you've got it, and then knocks it on. So double knock on.
There should be Bay Plenty possession. Bay Plenty got a sense of chance here, Bleary. You know, they've made a good start to the second half. Maybe Akarana just resting on that lead a little bit.
Definitely, I think when they give themselves a chance close to the line down here, they can play some football. One thing I think they need to do better is engage the line. Last time they did a wide shift, it was just pass, and the whole Falcons team just slid off them. So if they can go to the line a little bit more, their halves, create some indecisions around the defensive side for the Akarana team, they may cause them some trouble.
Now Matotia with a bit of space this time. 20 metres out. He and Schuster are having a good battle out on that edge, aren't they? Here's a little dab from Liavai again. Oh, nice 10-metre gain there for the Lakers. Marunga at dummy half. That was Hartley's pass. Now Rewiti Brown. Not the biggest front rower in the world, is he? But he's already got a try under his belt in this game. Let's see what Hohepa can do on this right edge. Kick for Baker. Baker is tracked in the end goal. Good kick there from corner Hohepa.
Yeah, great kick from the Bay of Plenty team, and putting them in the corner. I think they can run this ball in the corner here, Glenn. I think they give themselves a chance. Back their skills, back their ability. That's still a great option. But even getting tackled, the worst that you can come from it is you get tackled in the corner. The Falcons have to come off the line, or the best case, you score a try. This is now, if they go short, it's 50-50. They may not get the ball back here. So they got to back their skill, back their shape. They've gone long, and they could be out on a full.
Oh, yes, it's out on the full. Well, Tamarua doesn't often make basic mistakes like that, but he has on that occasion. Pressure now back on the Falcons.
Definitely got to tap the ball here and play some football. You're not playing for the 2 points. You've got to put it straight to the left there and then shift back out to their right.
So let's see if they can set it up effectively. Rewiti Brown. He's getting very close to the line. In fact, Rewiti Brown, he got it down for a try. Did we see what we just saw? We did. 26 points to 14. Rewiti Brown has a double.
That was tough, Glenn. There was nothing happening here. It was a one-out carry. You should be able to stop this, but the urgency and the intent to fight. Brody Tamarua is on the ball. He gets out of it. There's 4 people around him, and he manages to get the ball down. That was just the willingness and the want to get that down, and they give themselves another chance. They're in this game. They could build pressure on this Falcons team. They cause some mistakes from them. They give them an opportunity near the line. They can score points.
Oh, what a turnaround to start the second half.
He's going to chuck the ball in the ground here. Don't worry about the tee, bruv. No. It's coming.
Yeah, mate, be patient.
Be
patient. These 2 points are important.
Correct. He might have taken off his football boot and chucked it in there. You would have been better off doing that than digging a hole.
So here he is, Putoko. Excellent conversion from the sideline. Well, not quite the sideline, but in that after that try from his own try to start the second half. He's nailed that one too. So 26-16. We've only had 13 minutes played now in the second half, and Bay of Plenty scored 2 converted tries.
Here they go again. I said it before. It's just a simple one-out carry, but the intent, and look at him fighting Brown. to want to get that ball down and see Brody Tamarua put his hands on his head. But look, you can just see that dead ball there, Glenn.
Yeah.
I think you can nearly get away with the touching, not even seeing where you're standing. If it's too long, it might be okay.
This one from Tamarua. Bounces up nicely. For the Lakers, have certainly got a bit of fire in them, haven't they? Got a bit of heart and courage in their team, which is good. Here's a nice little dab from the fullback, Narumu. And a penalty comes the Lakers' way. Tamarua not happy with that call from Anthony Elliott, the referee. But he's going to have to suck it up.
Bit of frustration kept creeping into the game. He's saying, ref, hands on the ball. He's giving that indication that they're getting their hands on the ball. They're trying to slow the play of the ball down. The momentum is now with the Bay of Plenty Lakers, and they're running with some intent and intensity. They can feel something here. Maybe they can feel an upset. But they're playing with that intent right now.
Well, let's see if they've certainly got their tails up, haven't they? The Lakers. And they're going to have another opportunity if they can execute a good set here. They'll be on Akarana's line. Ooh. Rewati Brown.
Got away with that one, I thought. Here he goes.
Well, trying to milk another penalty there. He's been asked to go back, play the ball for Hartley. Now Hohepa, he's been instrumental since half-time. Waterworth tried a big shot. Didn't work for Mohi Little. Hohepa. Nice comeback again by Brown. Hartley again. Now Moronga. Oh, lovely play. Oh, that's a great tackle from Tamarua. Risked a high shot there, but boy, that was a try saver. Moronga with the kick. Oh, it's been pinched by Akarana, and Papani has got it. Oh, Galton!
Oh!
Gives up a 4-pointer there, Blairy.
Well, we're watching.
Staggering.
We're watching the runaway, and Galton comes in there. It's his ball, his try to score, and he drops the ball.
Oh, that could be critical in this game, particularly if Bay Plenty can strike back. Now, what's Akarana's defensive line like? There's Tetavano. Gets away from Langatau. Now, Liavai.
Gonna have to get their outside backs into here. They're looking tired. Below the knees or behind the knee. It is dangerous tackle.
Dangerous tackle, yeah, it is. You attack their legs when there's 2 or 3 players already in the tackle. Liavai not impressed.
Oh.
Oh, here's the intercept. Watch Papani here. Oh, it was beautifully fielded.
Great run, great chase.
You think that Galton looming up here, that's gone.
He was
4
gone.
points.
He was gone. He was running past both of them, and then just couldn't catch that last pass.
Wow, what an interesting second half we've got going here. Can Bay Plenty continue this comeback? Outscoring Akarana 12-0 so far in the second half is Matotia. As the Lakers get in position again. Hohepa. Now Shortland. Good contact on him from Teramate. Hartley waits at dummy half. Has a little dab down this right-hand side. In fact, that's Little. Good little run from Mohi Little. Hohepa. Now Clark. Oops, a little messy there for the Lakers, but not knocked on. Moronga. Almost made something from nothing there.
It'll play to the whistle.
Liavai goes short side himself. Oh, it was always a tough play. Beautifully kept in field from Tetavano. Bay Plenty, very fortunate to keep the ball. They need a dummy half, though. Matotia. Now Hohepa. Trying to wait it through for Baker. Awkward bounce. Is that another try for Bay Plenty? It's not. Akarana get there just in the nick of time. Tamarua. Close call there for the Falcons.
It was a great little nudge over the top into no man's land here. Jules Baker, you either want to get on that ball, you don't want to get on the ball, you don't want to let the ball bounce in those positions. But great effort from Brodie Tomaru to get back on there and compete and be in that position to save that try.
Yeah, close call there for the Falcons.
It's a great game, Glenn.
It is. It's excellent, isn't it? I just noticed you're leaning forward a little bit more now, Blairy. And I don't blame you either, mate. It's good stuff.
Oh.
There's Moruga. Bounces out of it. Tackle makes another 5 to 10. That's a good run from Moruga. Ruck speed's good. Here's Matotia. Running at defenders again. All of a sudden, Akarana look like they're under the pump a little bit. Liavai. Good solid tackling that time. Hartley. Now Hohepa. Short ball this time to Clark. Tough pass for Dylan Clark to gobble up there, and Bay of Plenty error. There's Akarana out of jail a little bit.
Yeah, that was disappointing. But he gets in there and gets stuck in. I just think if he runs onto that ball and gives himself a chance to catch it, it was a bit of a no-looker, but here they come now, the Bay of Plenty team. They're excited. They've got some energy about them.
Yeah, they're trying to make some big shots at the moment, aren't they? Here's Langatau off his wing. That's a good play, the ball, isn't it? Doyle back out there now is Annandale. Kick straight down the throat there of Narumu. Probably a good idea for the Falcons and Phil Gordon here to bring his starters back on. Now we see Doyle, and we also see Sorfa back out there now.
Well, they're tightening up the middle of the ruck here because that's where the momentum's coming now. It's not the middles of the Bay of Plenty. It's some of the outside backs that are getting in behind the ruck and keeping them honest around the middle of the park, and they're getting a little bit fatigued, and opportunity to bring the starters on to try and start something up again.
Well, they're playing some football here. Here's a nice stat from Putoko. Just got there by the Akarana defence. Teramate just in the nick of time. Now Hohepa might just have to take a hit up himself there. Looking for some support runners. None there that time. Last play now. There goes Little's kick. Not a bad kick. And Tetavano within a whisker of gobbling that up. Try's not going to be given as it's been lost forward there by Liavai. And Tetavano, close call there again for the Falcons.
Yeah, great kick, great contest. You know, those things, it's either you want it or you don't, and sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. It may have gone forward, it may have not have, but you got to put yourself in the picture. And then now the Lakers have got him in the corner here. Go after this Falcons team and put some pressure on and hopefully get a mistake.
Langatau. Vital that Falcons can get to a kick here. Try and get some momentum back into their game. Doyle feeds Tamarua, just takes a hit up. Looking for the offload, wisely keeping it in his mitt. Doyle again, Sorfa, that's a nice line run by the front rower. Now Akarana getting some dominance late in the set. Here's Doyle giving it to Sam Waterworth. And now here comes the kick from Fraser. Nicely taken by Narumu at the back here for Bay of Plenty. That's a good set by the Falcons. Got the Lakers pinned in well inside their own half now, Blairy.
Yeah, great set from them. That's what they needed, just to get down the field. Some tough carries, get themselves in a position where they can actually go after the Lakers team. And here they come now. They're going to have to make these Lakers work off their own line, but they're carrying tough. They can feel something here, Glenn.
Yeah, Putoko. Lakers coming off their line well here. Here's Clark. Now Tetavano takes a carry. The winger. Hohepa plays dummy half. Matotia, that's a good run from the experienced back rower. Bay of Plenty started the set on their own goal line, Blairy. It's a good set here from them.
Well, they can feel something, Glenn. They can feel something. They're running with intent. This ball could bounce backwards here too.
Well, Baker's fielding it and is in goal. He'll get out back into the field of play, but only by a couple of metres.
Great set here from the Lakers. Now they're going to try and go after them.
Gone the whole length of the field there, the Lakers, in that set. Now, Fraser, no support for him at all there for the 5/8. Good tackle by Junior Tyre. Now Sutton. Taken by Mohi Little. Oh, lovely feed. It's forward. It's forward to Galton. Ooh, tight call there, but I reckon it could be the right one.
Well, you can hear a little bit of the bench getting amongst it and the contact's getting big here. Look, the push and shove. He gets behind the ruck. This is perfect. Yeah, that's a forward pass.
Definitely
man.
Forward, yeah.
But if it wasn't, it could have been anything here.
But as it's turned out, here's Bay of Plenty with a full set, 20 metres out. Needing to score. In fact, they're 30 metres out. Make sure I don't pinch 10 metres for them. Anyway, execution's going to be important here. Mohi Little with his ball, with his hands on the ball. Feeds the scrub. Straight out to Tony Matotia. Good tackle from Schuster.
He's been strong, Glenn, with his carry. He's been dominant.
Yeah, he's coming nicely into the game now, isn't he? Back on the inside comes Brown. 2 tries to win in the game, remember. By far the smallest back rower. It's play on, or is it lost? It's unfortunately lost there by Bay of Plenty. Hard luck there for Brown.
Yeah, I think he was looking for an offload, or which, if it all come off, sneak through the middle of the park. I think that's what will upset this Akarana team. If there's any loose ball on the ground and you pick it up and you get behind their ruck and you cause them to be unsettled. Here's his carry here. He's been good. He scored his try. Bumps here. There's hands on the ball. Maybe a little short, but hey, you still got to protect that ball and hold it. Unfortunately, they now have to defend again.
Now Galton, he's had his issues with his handling as well in the game. Comfortably takes that one. Now Sam Waterworth. 15 to play. Bay of Plenty can score next. This is a good set though. Sofa. Some nice ball handling again, and the play the ball is good. Here's Tamarua causing havoc again. Got a big roll on here. Have the Falcons. Can they ice it with the try? Annandale with a nice play, and it's taken. In fact, Sofa just losing it forward. Might have been an early tackle there with a jersey pull, but 50-50 call goes Bay of Plenty's way.
He could just have a look at this replay here. Look at him. He goes through there nice and out. Oh, yeah, maybe not. But again, I think with this Akarana team, if they would have just got through their set and just built some pressure on this Bay of Plenty, they would crack them, I think. But they just trying to push that last pass and not being able to execute it. Now they put them in a position now that they have to try and defend a Bay of Plenty team that I feel like has been getting out of their own half really easily.
So referee staying with his original decision there, referee Elliott. He's pausing proceedings for a moment. I think a player might have been just the subject of an injury there. So 26-16, still 12-0 in the second half to the Lakers over the Falcons. Falcons not scoring in the second half yet. Do you get the feeling with only 14 minutes to play, if they do score next, that'll make the game safe? But the Bay of Plenty have 2 more tries in them.
Well, I think if they put themselves in a position, they've got 2 more tries in them. But the same thing with the Falcons. If they are just to get through their sets and complete it, get to their kick and make the Bay of Plenty team come off their line, they're more likely enough that they've got enough strike power. Here he is again. He's been good.
Yeah, he has. I remember doing this without Blake Ashford today.
Yep.
The Bay of Plenty Lakers. Nice little inside play there for Daniel Holmes. Now, here's the kick coming from Little. Trying to split those 2 Akarana defenders at the back there. Langatau and Baker. This is good to see, regardless of the result here, Blairy. This is good for rugby league in New Zealand, seeing a district like Bay of Plenty actually competing strongly with the Auckland teams.
It's awesome and it's great, but what it also does, Glenn, it gives them confidence moving forward. I think, you know, from their first game to this game now, they've seen the development, they've got all their learnings, and it'll give them confidence moving forward. It'll also help the coaches, but also the individuals as well.
Not only that, we've seen Bay of Plenty produce some very exciting youth players in recent years. So good to see their senior men's team making a good fist of this as Narumu goes back to field it. Plenty of Akarana players in front of him. Feels like Akarana have just lifted since the starters have returned to the game. Players like Doyle, Sofa, and also Dion Fraser back into the game.
Some of their bigger bodies have just got onto the field, and that's where that's their strength is their carries. And here you go now, Bay of Plenty. Lose the ball in the ruck and gives Akarana a chance here to just take the game away from the Lakers.
Liavai, well, that's a shame for him. Now it's going to take some really good defence. Going to need some good defence from this team here to keep the Falcons out from scoring their 6th try, their first in the second half. So Annandale feeds the scrum. Away goes Graham Taufa. Just runs at those defenders, the big centre. Langatawa dummy half. Dangerous from close range. Almost scoring a try there.
Double movement.
Yes. Wow, there's a bonus for Bay of Plenty. Yeah, they've always been super strict referees on double movements. Well, we can't see what happened there, but we can assume that he tried to reach out there, Blairy.
Well, there was an opportunity to run from dummy half, and he chose to run it. But again, the smarter option, just everyone gets a little bit of white line fever and gets excited. You got to understand what the rules are and just tuck the ball under and try and, I think, what was that, the second tackle? Here's another strong carry.
He's a strong lad, isn't he? Tony Mataltia. Now Holmes. Playing some football for Dylan Clark. 10 minutes to go. Some good rugby league here in the NZRL National Men's Premiership between these two teams today. Narumu. Don't forget we have a women's match coming up at 2 o'clock here on Sky Sport as well. Akarana women's team, the unbeaten Akarana women's team playing Waikato. Shortland playing the ball here for Bay of Plenty. Hohepa. Oh, here's almost a good bust up the middle here by Murunga. Offload is good too. Liavai.
Oh,
That's good tackling by Akarana over there.
looked like a shoulder charge or play on.
Yeah, some of the fans again not impressed. Murunga with the first break. Now Hohepa waiting the kick into the in goal again. The bounce. And Baker's got it, but it's going to be a line dropout. Another pinpoint kick from Hohepa.
A great kick, great enter, you said, and the momentum in this game is going back and forwards. It was with the Falcons, and then now the Lakers. Here he goes, nice kick. This is a great grab away from the fullback, having to have to work. The wingers coming in hard. Great chase from the Lakers boys, and create some more pressure on this Falcons team.
So Tamarua going for maximum distance. That's a good kick from him. But here's Daniel Holmes. Good shot from Sutton.
Big contact.
Clark is just going to take a direct run. The middle 40 used to be a half in his younger days. Dylan Clark, and a very good half too. As we see Little giving it out to Dylan Shortland. Shortland trying to shrug away from those defenders.
Oh,
And Shortland is in trouble after that. Play is continuing as we see Graham Taufa in space. Troy Brown with that tackle for Bay of Plenty, and play's going to be paused there as we deal with this injury from Dylan Shortland, who looked in real trouble.
oh, didn't look good. It was a strong carry. He beats a couple of defenders here. And he's pushing through and shrugging through. And this is where a lot of players get in a bit of trouble. I know they're strong through the core and through the hips here, but just watch this carry here. He gets stuck in here, bumps him off, pulls out of this. And then it's just the power through the legs here that he stays strong. He's still trying to fight. And just here, as he twists him around, he just gets stuck on one of his knees, which doesn't look great. And let's hope it's nothing major, but didn't look good.
Instant anguish, you'd have to say, there on Shortland.
Well, the ball come flying out because he's much more in shock than anything, and let's hope it's not anything major. But it's not a nice look. And like I said earlier, these players are so strong through their hips and through their legs that they drive through the tackles, and people are just falling off tackles and trying to get them down and wrestle down the ground, and sometimes you fall in an awkward position like they have here in this instance and fall on the back of their legs because you're just trying to stop them, which becomes dangerous for the player with the ball, and you don't like seeing it. Accidents do happen, and no one purposely goes out to do something in this situation, and you know, they call it the hip drop in the NRL level, that no one actually goes out there. They don't coach it because it is ugly and it is dangerous. So it's just unfortunate in a situation like this that he succumbs to a knee injury. He looks like he's going to chuck some tape on it and hopefully get back there, because I think Shortland's been strong on their right edge for the Bay of Plenty guys, asking a lot of questions with his carries.
Yeah, he's been a really good, solid player today. Well, it is 26-16. Well, that's a good sign. Dylan Shortland able to walk off like that.
Don't know about that taping. I'm no strapper, but
yeah, that don't look.
I'm not happy with that if I'm a player and someone's taping me up like that.
Exactly.
I'm like, can you just have a little bit of pride in your work?
Exactly. Just get it behind the knee for a start, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Just ask a few questions. Is that right? Does it look like this?
How's that going to help me?
Yeah. Yes, this is your reputation you're putting on the line.
So what they're doing is coming back for a penalty for that play.
Would have been a touch judge call or something. He would have saw it, because obviously the ref didn't see it at the time because he played on. So I think it's the correct call. Penalty is the correct call.
Well done to the officials. Now, is Bay of Plenty going to be good enough here to execute another try? Time is starting to run out for them as Collier begins to set. This is Troy Brown at dummy half. Hoepa's been superb in the second half. There's a play, and Potoko is very close to busting through. Great tackle from Tamarua. Now Little has a crack. Flexible, versatile player. Hoepa taking the line on himself. Another penalty is coming for Bay of Plenty, offside with those Akarana players. Bay of Plenty need a try.
They need to score off this set, Glenn, to give themselves a chance to contest here.
Now Rick Collier. Troy Brown again. Hoepa looking for some space. Matautia running at the defenders this time. Matautia not going to find a spot through that tackle of Jeremiah Schuster. Dab from dummy half. Liavai's not going to get that down. Matautia at dummy half. Namurunga. Holmes. Last play now for the Lakers. Where's Hoepa? What's he going to cook up with this play? Little. Here's the run from Narumu. Plenty of plays. Now it's the fifth tackle. Lucky I'm not playing. So Hoepa, what's he going to cook up here, the halfback? His grubber kicking's been superb. It's off the post. And Baker is going to be trapped in the end goal again. That's three, maybe four forced dropouts from Connor Hoepa's kicking in the second half now, Bleary.
He's been outstanding with his short kicking game and put Jules Baker under a lot of pressure, but look, he looks like he's going to go left there, hooks it back
Great
on
kick.
the outside of his foot, as he knows and his awareness of the fullback covering the kick on the far right-hand side for him. He comes back with the left on the outside of his foot and just contest for the ball. It's great.
Tamarua. Akarana hanging on. You've got to give their defence a few props here as we see Hoepa trying to get through so far. Now Rick Collier. Good run from him. Navajo Doyle making the tackle on that occasion. Now Murunga. One good break made by him in the second half. A little bit disorganised that time on that left side. That time the Lakers. Matotia. Matotia almost getting through. There's the offload. Holmes. Could be an overlap here. And it's been lost, but who's knocked it on? Oh, it's been lost by Bay of Plenty. Or has it? Hang on.
I think Akarana
Yeah.
might have touched this one.
Let's see.
Strong run again, Matautia. He's being good, and we can't stop praising his names. Yeah.
Well, Waterworth knocked that on. No, but Akarana are going to feed it. Well, that's a tough call there on the Lakers. Pretty tired, a lucky 50-50 call perhaps there for Dion Fraser and the Falcons. Fair play to the Falcons, though. Their defence has stood up. Their goal line defence has been good.
Been really good. They've worked hard for each other. Yeah, Jules at the back there. Baker, who's been covering a lot of those kicks from Hoepa, who's been on target with his kicking game. They've stayed in it. They've kept himself in there. There's only, 4 minutes to go, and it looks like they may get this win.
Yeah, hard to see Bay of Plenty scoring 2 more times in these last 3 minutes and 40 seconds now. Good stuff from Troy Brown there on Langatau. Now Tamarua. Papani with the kick. And that's not a bad result for Akarana. Bay of Plenty now got 3 minutes and 15 seconds to score 2 tries, and they're in their own half. Not going to be easy. Someone's got a miracle play in them now, Blairy. What do you reckon?
We're going to try everything now. Here, nothing to lose, a lot to gain, but taking 1 out carries here isn't going to be good enough. Maybe a spread play, shift it, ask some questions.
Or maybe they're going to shift it now. No, Matotia is just going to take the carry. Bay of Plenty not quite doing enough with the ball in this set. Now they're going to give it a crack. Clark. Putoko trying to find a gap between those two defenders. Almost did brilliantly there.
There it is again.
Yeah. It's been taken by Hoep, who's going to play on. Bounces critical here. Tyre can't get it. Baker's got it. Brave play by the fullback again. And it's a penalty coming to the Akarana Falcons. Bay of Plenty just a little over-eager, a little high on that contact on Baker right there from Junior Tyre.
Yeah, Hoep again with a nice little kick into no man's land, and you have to commit to those ones, Jules Baker. He didn't commit. They got the ball. He kicks it through. He gets into his hand, and a little bit over-aggressive and a little bit loose with his contact. But, you got to give the Lakers credit, Glenn. I think defensively in the second half, no tries. If they sorted a couple of those defensive lapses in the first half and they minimise the points that the Falcons have scored, they may be in a different situation.
Well, we think about those 2 tries that the Falcons scored just before half-time. Here's Galton off the pass from Graham Taufa. Oh, Galton! Check that out. That was a stunning try there for Anthony Galton. And I tell you, the finish wasn't too shabby either.
Look at him go. Look at him go. How good. He had an opportunity in was it the first half, back into the first half, or in the second half, where they got a break down the sideline. They went to go pass. He drops the ball. This time, Strong carry here, finds himself into space. Look at them using his skill, offload, see you later, shut the gate. And this is the speed that he has. Got support, backs himself. He's giving you the see you laters. And then the Swanee nearly goes dead. But then it's this for me, Glenn. It's that hallelujah. Look at him. Ride it with me. How good. I don't know what you call that, Glenn.
I don't know, man.
I'm maybe too old for those things, but how good look did that look?
Well, someone's going to have to ask him. Maybe he could do the after-match interview.
Yeah,
we can ask him about it.
Someone get him down there on that and ask him about it.
Well, mate, he probably should have scored a try earlier in the game, to be fair, and certainly made up for it there. It certainly made the game safe now for Akarana. Brave effort from Bay of Plenty in this 80 minutes, though. You have to hand it to them. Good signs for the future for the Lakers as Papani converts the try. 32-16 is going to be the full-time score. Really entertaining game here, though, in the NZRL Premiership. The Akarana Falcons getting the win by 16 points over the Bay of Plenty Lakers. Well, in the end, Blairy, there we had, 6 tries to the Falcons. Waterworth, Tamarua, Sofa, Vivesi, Schuster got tries in the first half with just that last try at the end there from Galton in the second half. But Bay of Plenty tries, 2 to Rewati Brown, 1 to Putoko. And it's been a very good game. Akarana had to earn that win.
I was going to say that, Glenn. It wasn't all Akarana's way. It wasn't all the Falcons' way. And Bay of Plenty definitely turned up, especially in that second half, and defended really well and put some pressure on the Akarana team and made them have to work for this win. And it's just great. Like you said, it's an improvement. It's some hope for the future. It's hope for next year when they get in themselves in these positions that they can, if they put the work in, if they can execute some of their plays, that they can compete with some of the better teams in this competition.
Yeah, well done, though, to Akarana. They were under the pump there in the second half. Got to give a shout-out to a few players in that Bay of Plenty team, Totia and Connor Hohepa. Just, I think, 3 or 4 forced dropouts in the second half from his kicking game was outstanding. So that completes the week 4 of the National Men's Premiership with wins so far to the Auckland Vulcans, Counties Manukau Stingrays, who will play in the final in 2 weeks, and Akarana get their second victory of the season with that 32-16 win over Bay of Plenty. Don't forget, though, we do have that women's match coming up a little bit later on in about 15 minutes between the Akarana Falcons and Waikato. So that's where the standings are after 4 rounds. Akarana moved back into 3rd place with that victory. But the Falcons and Counties Manukau all set for the final. Should be a ripper in a couple of weeks.
Can't wait for that one.
So let's have a look at some highlights. And here we are in the first half. Dion Fraser making the initial bust for Sam Waterworth in that first try.
Yeah, some great highlights, some great tries in that first half for the Falcons, and everyone ran and done their job really well. Their starting middle started really well. Doyle comes out here. Tamarua, who had his blueprint or his fingerprints over everything here, sets up a nice little easy try here for a big front row. Sofa, who that closer line is hard to stop. And the momentum just created on the back of some of the efforts here. But again, Matautia, who you said, some special mentions. He was one of them. Brown was the other who was really good through the middle of the park. Shortland also. But again, credit here when credit's due. The Akarana Falcons boys pushing through the middle of the park. Brody Tamaru again. Ball playing. Whether you say that's fast or slow, it still does the damage. It still makes people make decisions and scores a nice easy try. Some nice shape here from the Lakers here in the centre, just running onto the ball, and a great try here from Putoko. I thought when he had the ball in hand alongside Shortland on that right edge, we're really good here. Here he goes, just wanted it more, Brown. Every time he carried that ball, yes, he had some mistakes around him, but he also had the intent and everything that he wanted to get this try. Puts him in a position where it could have gone either way in the game, but a credit to the Falcons boys here. We finish off with an awesome individual effort here. Gilton, who just goes for himself. He backs himself there. He's saying bye-bye. And to back it up, he's got the big Swanee to finish off into the fence nearly and then shake it down for me, please. Last goal. There it is, Glenn. There it is.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Larry. Yeah, great stuff from Anthony Galton. Some great scenes here at Blockhouse Bay. Galton enjoying himself with that 32-16 win. Well, let's get some after-match reaction, and unfortunately, we're not going to get Anthony Galton, who can explain what that dance was. We're going to get Brodie Tamarus with Fred Dion.
Well, Brodie, good to get the win, but how'd you feel the game went?
Yeah, it was good to get the win, but yeah, obviously, first half we started pretty good, and then second half we I think we defended most of the half and got away in that last minute there. So, good first half, and then a bit of a poor second half. And
Lots of errors, huh?
yeah, well, way too many errors. I think we made an error nearly every set we got the ball back, but good effort from us. I think defensively on our goal line we defended a good few sets there, and obviously let them in a couple of times, which we'll probably go over the next week. And but yeah, we got the win, so that's all that matters.
And next week up against Otago back here.
Yeah, another be another tough game, I think. I know they'll probably come up here looking for finish their season off strong with a win, but one more week, and then
Storm or Panthers?
Panthers. I don't like the Storm, New South Wales.
Awesome, mate. Well done today.
Thanks, bro.
Looks like you've got a bit of chatting to do to Brodie, eh? Did you hear that?
Oh, I'll tell you what, if he got offered
Doesn't like the Storm,
if he
man.
got offered to go to the Storm, he wouldn't be saying, nah, I don't like the Storm, will he be?
Exactly.
Up the Stormers.
Exactly, mate. Doesn't look like now that he'll ever get a contract offer. That'll get back to them, won't
I've
it?
just clipped that up right
Exactly,
now.
mate.
We're here. I've just clipped that up.
Unfortunately for Brodie Tamarua, Blair, he still has his contacts at the Storm. So there we are. That result coming next week, that game coming next week between Akarana and Otago. But stay with us. We have more rugby league coming shortly. We've got a women's match coming in the Sky Sport National Women's Premiership between the Akarana Falcons and the Waikato team. But just before we do, let's get some reaction now from the Bay of Plenty camp with Fred.
Well, Tony, close game, but poor first half killed you.
Yeah, that's what happens when you start slow, eh? You can't do it against any team, let alone the big dogs of the comp, and bit us in the arse, and we come away with a loss. So, yeah, that's footy day.
What was said at half time? Because back end of the first half got better, and then the second half really good.
Yeah, I think it was sort of an eye-opener. It wasn't needed to be too much said at half-time. We sort of knew what we needed to work on. We could tell in the warm-up we were going to start a little bit slow and obviously try to correct it before it happened, but at half-time it was sort of the wake-up we needed. Otherwise, we would have just kept getting points put on us.
And then you had a few sets right on their goal line, but just couldn't get over it to get the scoreline real close.
Yeah, they're a good defensive outfit. They probably helped us a little bit with the errors, and the ref gave us a few penalties, and we just couldn't capitalise on them. They're a good defensive outfit, and we felt like we had to chase points and push the ball a bit too far and come away with too many errors.
And a big game next week against Waikato.
Yeah, a bit of a local derby. It'll be good to get out against them. Hopefully we get up in that one and get a bit of bragging rights.
Panthers or Storm?
I'm going Storm.
Awesome, mate. Thanks very much.
Cheers, bro. Thank you.
Interesting.
Good boy.
I better ask you who you're going for.
I'm going for the Storms, mate. I'm going for the Storms.
Yeah, Storms are going to... I'll go for the Panthers. 4 in a row for the Panthers.
It'll be outstanding.
Yeah.
It would be outstanding.
Waikato Bay of Plenty confirming that game coming up next Saturday at 2 o'clock, which is, of course, live here on Sky Sport. And just reminding you once again, we have week 4 of the Sky Sport Women's Premiership coming up in just a moment, kicking off at just after 2 o'clock. We've got the Akarana Falcons and Waikato playing. So a nice double header for your Sunday afternoon coming up for you here on Sky Sport. Congratulations, though, to the Akarana Falcons men's team getting their second win over the Bay of Plenty Lakers today here in the National Men's Championship, concluding coverage of the first game of 2 here on Sky Sport today.